Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Team Sessa Talks.
We're back again.
And we have Dad, you brought a friend.
I brought a friend.
You brought a friend.
I brought a friend. I'm so excited to introduce Frank. He's one of the owners of Touch of Class Fireplaces. And Fireplaces, when it comes to real estate and owning homes, buying homes, is something that, for most people, is a part of their purchase.
Yeah, and especially now because it's so cold outside.
Yes,
the temperature dropped like it was nothing. Dad,
My seat is falling. So
I told you there was something wrong with that chair, Dad.
I think. Wait a minute.
Don't fall on us.
You got to get back to the gym.
I'm getting too heavy. No. Can we cut that out of the take?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so let me tell a little bit about Frank, and then he'll jump right in. Frank owns Touch of Class Fireplaces. It's a family business,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
3 brother-in-laws.
3 brother-in-laws, 3 partners. Correct.
Brother-in-laws are getting along. There's a podcast right there all on its own.
We could do. Yeah, that's right. A family broadcast on that one. That's true.
They are located in Concord at 665 Millway Avenue, Unit 8. We will have all this information on the screen, or you could find it below. It's just south of Langstaff, and it's amazing. You guys have been in business for 28 years now.
That's correct. Yes. Yep. Perfect.
28 years.
28
Jeez.
wonderful years.
That's older than you, buddy.
That's 2 years older than me.
Wow.
Now you make me feel old.
Sorry.
No. It's we've been very fortunate. It's worked out really well for us, and we're very happy. We're very, very happy.
Well, you guys run a great business.
Thank
you
you.
do a great job.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it.
Yes.
You know, when it comes to fireplaces, I know my thoughts on this. Let me throw it to you guys there. Does a fireplace increase the value of a home?
Let's give that one to Frank because I don't know.
It really depends on the person who's purchasing the home. Obviously, there's people that obviously been brought up with a fireplace and throughout their lives and have enjoyed it, etc. Have used it. So I would say in that particular case, it would probably add value to the house.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have never had a fireplace, and so I would say it really depends on the individual person, to their own personal taste, if it adds or not value to that house that they're purchasing.
You know, I think about it now, then every house that we've had, for the most part, has had a fireplace in it. So I don't know what I would do without one because I enjoy it. It makes the home feel cozy. It makes the room that it's in feel cozy, right?
And it really boils down to perceived value.
Yeah.
If you look at a fireplace and it's a mess and you're thinking, oh my God, this thing's probably dangerous, or you feel it's dangerous, or it ruins the room because of location or whatever, then the perceived value is like, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But if you look at the room and you're feeling cozy and you're feeling warm and you're thinking of your family sitting around watching a movie of the fire, then the perceived value is much higher.
100%. And also it perceives, if you see a messy fireplace, it doesn't say too much for the homeowner that owns that house,
true.
right?
Right.
That's
So
true.
good point on that is that if, and we do service, so good point is if you are planning to sell a house, I
love you,
If you're
Frank.
planning to sell a house,
Listen up, everybody.
It's a very good idea to have that fireplace cleaned, inspected properly, just like you would showcase your house. I would do that with the fireplace, so you perceive and make sure that fireplace is in operation during the time of sale.
We often get asked, when was the last time, whether I'm working on the selling side or the buying side.
Yes.
The buying side is often asking, when's the last time this fireplace was serviced? And it doesn't matter what kind of fireplace. They always ask, when's the last time it was serviced? And if we could produce something, everybody feels better.
100%.
And I think that's one of the things too. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I think that's one of the things too. Is it's one of those pieces in the house that, you know, if it's not maintained and someone's going in, it'll be a big issue. But if it is maintained, they won't necessarily even notice it. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. It's education. The unfortunate part is people don't realize that it is, especially on the gas side, it's a piece of equipment. The same way you take your car on a regular basis to change your oil, to do whatever, which is called scheduled maintenance. You have to do the same for a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
More perceived than a wood burning fireplace. A wood burning fireplace, if you burn a lot of wood, per se, and good wood, I should say, hardwood, no 2x4s and no pressure treated.
I'm going to ask about
no
that.
plywood, etc. At least once a year, have the chimney swept professionally. It's very, very important in today's society. If it's gas, every 2 years minimal, get your fireplace cleaned, properly inspected, what we call preventative maintenance prior to the season. And this way you'll know for sure you'll have longevity and in future less expensive repair costs.
Well, fireplaces, it's not like you're replacing them every few years. They're there for a
No.
long time.
Most
100%.
is the lifetime of the house, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
If you do maintenance on your fireplace, that fireplace will outlast you.
Oh,
And
wow.
I really sincerely mean that. It's amazing what we see with people that, they wonder why, they spend serious money to repair it. But when you ask them, they haven't touched that fireplace in 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why,
Yeah.
right? 100%.
We're going to get back to that in a
100%.
second because there's a whole bunch of questions
Correct.
I want to
Yes,
ask
go
you
ahead.
on that.
100%.
Let's talk about your services. Promote your business. I know, fireplaces is one thing, but there's so many other things that actually surprised me when I asked you. You do so many things still in the family of fireplaces,
Correct.
but so talk. I made a list here.
Okay.
Okay, and you say, yeah, we do that, or add to it.
100%, yeah.
So you install gas, electric, and open flame fireplaces.
Yes, we do. Yes.
You install wood burning fireplaces, and I know you want to say a little bit more on
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay, so
So with the wood burning, we don't do the brick and mortar type fireplace. Your traditional fireplace that one sees with a firebox that's, again, brick and mortar. What we do, where we specialize, it's what's called a zero clearance wood burning fireplace. It's a factory built wood burning fireplace that has metal chimney. The beauty of those is that the costs are much more economical than a true masonry fireplace, but the really true value is that if one is either renovating or building a home and does an afterthought and has not planned for a true masonry fireplace, we have the capability to work with the client to give them their dream of a wood burning fireplace. And again, it can be placed within reason anywhere within the house, as long as we can vent it to the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had
so
no
you
idea,
could
too.
have a wood burning fireplace and not have the traditional masonry type.
So it's a box that, in a sense,
It's
goes
a-
into the wall.
100%.
You've got a metal chimney on the outside, so you're
Correct.
not by brick building this monstrous chimney.
No, and you could
Amazing.
you
Yeah.
could clad it to replicate your true masonry fireplace. At the end of the day, once it's all cladded in stone or whatever the homeowner desires, you won't tell the difference between the two because you will be able to burn wood.
Amazing.
I have one in my showroom to showcase potential clients that you have that capability of doing that.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
interesting.
So you install, obviously, indoors and outdoors.
Correct. Yes.
You service fireplaces.
Yes, we
so
do.
people can, what would they do? Set you up on a contract? Like you come by once in a while? Or they just whenever
they would
need
call
it?
us when needed, and we then go out and we service whatever their needs may be. The majority of the services that we do is mostly on the gas. With regards to the wood burning, the masonry wood burning ones, we would operate with another of our associates and provide that service to get it cleaned, inspected, whatever it may need to be. Usually when you're doing wood burning fireplaces, the certification is what's called with wet certified. And those people come out, inspect, and give you a report on what the issues you might or might not have with your masonry fireplace. But when it comes to gas, we do it all completely.
You do residential and commercial.
Correct.
So someone in a restaurant wants a beautiful, we see them a lot now in
100%.
restaurants.
Yes.
You do all that.
Yes.
And you do consultations for free.
Correct. We do that. So what we will do is we get a call from a client who's unfortunately doesn't like what they have right now and like to spruce it or bring it up to a more up to date, we will provide a consultation to go out to their home free of charge, discuss with the client what they're trying to achieve, and we will try to make their dreams come true. So yes, we provide consultation to reface, remodernize, whatever the case may be.
And that's how it normally starts. It's
Yes.
I want to do this. I'm thinking of this. Is this possible? You could think about it for 100 years, but
Yes.
call the professional like you, and you'll walk through what they want to do,
Yes.
and you'll speak to them on what they want to do. And I am assuming it only makes sense. Give them ideas on stuff they never even thought about.
100%.
Right?
Yes. We listen with the client, see what they're looking for, and either sometimes actually bring them into a different direction. And if because they don't necessarily know what's possible and what's not possible.
We didn't know that there was pre-manufactured wood-burning fireboxes,
Yes,
right?
yes.
What you don't know, you don't know.
No.
I say that on almost every
100%.
podcast.
And that's why.
But it's true.
But that's why you have us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? We, when you are selling a house and you want proper information, who do you go to? You go
Yeah.
to Santos, right? Or you
That's-
go to a realtor.
You heard it here first, everybody.
100%, right? So if you have some needs with your fireplace, don't go to your neighbor. Come to us, and we will do our best to meet your needs, or at least give you direction of what's possible and what's not possible.
Always call the professionals.
Correct.
And you guys are certified gas installers.
100%,
Right?
including myself.
Good.
We are all our team of professionals are certified gas technicians. So we are capable of installing gas piping, underground, above ground, obviously, and installing our products. So whatever we sell, we install
Okay.
and we service.
And as far as brands go, do you favor one brand of a fireplace over another, or
Well, I like to say that Touch of Class is like a broker. We have an array. We are not technically associated with any particular brand, which I think is a good thing. You go
Yeah.
to some of our competitor dealers, not to say nothing wrong about our competitor dealers, they are associated with one particular brand.
and that's what they push.
And that's what they push. So what I like to say is that we consult with the client, we listen to their needs, and then we direct them to what we feel is the best product for that application. And we have an array. We probably have right now in our library of products, probably 7 or 8 different products that we carry. That's manufacturer fireplace. And then within those products, there is tons of different fireplaces for different applications. So the good part that we're proud of is that I really just don't sell one particular brand and just always push that brand. We allow to experience what the client's desires, and then we try to direct them to the proper product, whatever that may be.
Some brands will work better in certain
100%,
applications
yeah.
and so forth, and
Even
then
style too.
style, and some brands will be great at
Right.
something this year, and next year another brand comes up with something that's
Correct.
a better application.
Correct. And the important thing is all our brands have been around for many, many years. So they're well-known products, Canadian as well as American, but no name products that it's all.
You don't have any President's Choice?
No, we have no and no frills. No, we all carry brand products that have have support from the manufacturers. So we're extremely proud of that.
Beautiful.
Are there warranties for these kinds of things?
Yes, there are. Good question. So we carry majority of fireplaces carry a 1 year on gas, usually 1 year product warranty, and then in between those products, individual pieces might be warranted for lifetime, like fireboxes or logs or whatever, a lifetime warranty. So again, every fireplace is warranted, and we stand by our warranty. We would be the person who would come out and warrant and do whatever it needs to be. But 100%, every product that we sell has a manufacturer warranty, and we stand by that warranty product.
Wood burning.
Okay,
I want to talk about wood burning fireplaces.
very good.
In my experience, and I've been into a ton of homes as a realtor, and I'm with my buying clients, husband and wife. Usually, the husband says, "Cool, it's a wood-burning fireplace." And the wife says, "No, I don't like it. It's a wood-burning fireplace." That's my experience. The male is all about the fire, and the woman is all about this is going to be messy. It smells.
Correct.
What do they do?
Well, the good thing is, again, it's all about consultation. So if they would call us and they would, we listen to both sides of the coin. The question really being is if it's wood burning, there's a great possibility that we can convert it to gas. So we could probably make either one happy. Now, like you said, the male might say, "Yeah, but gas, there's no authenticity to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look real." And I would say that's not true, because then we go into what I call, and I personally have in my own residence, it's called an open flame gas log set. And to me, that particular gas product is as close that you can have to a natural wood burning fireplace, but you're burning gas. We have it on display. I've showed.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
I showed Santo, and he could not tell. Am I right? I'm not
No,
a person.
100%, 100%.
You could not tell that if
Beautiful.
it was realistic or non-realistic. So we can most likely give way and make both parties happy in that particular case. And then again,
It's clean. There's no ashes.
no ashes.
And it looks like
it
you're
looks like a
burning.
wood-burning fireplace.
It looks
You
like you're
could-
burning wood.
100%. You could put accessorization if you like that crackling look. You can we can
What?
create yes. There's little accessorizations that you can put into that. Every so often you'll hear that little crackle if you want it.
That's insane.
Yes. And the logs, the technology of the logs today are extremely realistic. You have to physically pick it up to say that it's not a real log.
Okay, so you're putting real lot.
No, it's man-made, formed logs that look as realistic to a true wood log.
Really?
You set them up in such a way that when the flames are erected through them, you would swear that you're burning real wood.
And does it burn those logs?
No, the logs will stay forever.
Oh,
And you could create the embers, so that little ash glowing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's-
It's
that's inc-
amazing.
I invite you to my
yeah, I'd
my
love to see
showroom
that.
to see that.
I'd love to see
Okay.
that. I had no idea.
100%.
Maybe we could install it in your bedroom.
Yeah,
There
that
we
would be
go.
nice.
Not.
We got an exterior wall there. We should be good to go.
Well, we got to do a wood burning fireplace first.
Oh, yeah.
But that's possible too.
Everything's possible.
Everything's possible. Nothing is impossible.
That's
so-
insane.
Gas.
Yes.
Here's the other thing I get. We're with a couple, showing them a house, and they'll see a gas fireplace, and for some reason, they're afraid. Oh, it's got a fireplace. Oh, it's gas. Oh, I'm scared.
People are scared of gas. I feel like that's normal.
Some people are afraid of gas stoves.
Yeah.
Right? That's true. But we don't realize that we have the two most important appliances in your house that are gas
That's
that
true.
you need, especially in today's
In the
today.
basement.
You have a furnace that's gas, and you have a water heater that's gas.
Yeah.
You only think about those when you have no hot water
Yeah.
and when you have no heat. And I say the same with a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
As long as the fireplace has been installed by a professional installer and it meets all code requirements, it's as safe as
As your water heater.
pick it, turning on
Yeah.
turning on your light switch.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with gas. And today, they've even implemented even further through the governing bodies because of heat. I'm going to go into that everybody's so paranoid that the front glasses gets extremely hot.
Yeah.
So as of 2015, January 1st, a few years ago, the legislation implemented that every gas fireplace that has not already been installed, but post to that, has to have a screen to avoid anyone from actually putting their hand, especially for toddlers and small children that have curiosity. They'll come up and they have this impression that because there's a glass there, you're not going to get hot. So the screen is made that if you touch the screen, it'll get hot, but it will never scald or burn your hand.
Frank, I can't tell you how many houses I go into. Say I go to a listing appointment,
Right.
and I'm walking through the house, and I'll see the fireplace, and I'll say, I'll ask, does it work? And they'll tell me, I don't know, we haven't turned it on in 10 years, 5 years, or whatever the case may be, because I go, well, what's beautiful? Why don't you have it? Why don't you use it from time to
Right.
time? Oh, I was afraid of my kids. So these are and you're right, because the glass gets hot,
Yeah.
and these are the perceptions that are out
100%.
there.
It's
and
education. It's called education. You need to educate the homeowner as well as a potential buyer of the pros and cons, like anything, right? If you're going to stick your hand inside a light socket, you're going to get electrocuted
Once,
and you're never going to do it again, right? So again, about 100%. I mean, we get those calls on a daily basis, and it's really just making the client understand, but more importantly, feel comfortable with that product.
Now, when you said there's a screen
Yes.
in front,
Yes.
I don't
So
know.
picture our fireplace downstairs.
In my mind, it sounds like a bit of an eyesore because I'm just thinking of like a screen door
Like
in front.
Yes, it's not really a screen door. I mean, the manufacturers have done extremely their due diligence to make it as what's the word I'm trying to say?
You can't really see it.
You can't really
Yeah.
see it. I mean, obviously it's there.
Yeah.
But then you have the argument of saying that it's a trade-off,
Yeah.
obviously, right? Would you rather have the potential of a possible severe injury,
yeah.
burn, or have that screen?
But I think what I wanted to go to is just like, it's not as intrusive.
It's not as intrusive. I mean,
as I'm probably thinking.
it's
in my
like
mind.
anything. I mean, if you're not used to it,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be intrusive. But once you become accustomed to it and you
Yeah.
understand its purpose, you won't even see it.
Yeah.
You won't even see it, honestly. And I have it in my own showroom.
Mm-hmm.
At first, being in the business for 28 years and having that thrown at you, we were a little bit obviously up in arms.
Yeah.
But right now, it's common. It's extremely common, and it's part of the fireplace.
And so now, because that happened in 2015, homes that were built prior, do they not have to add that?
No,
in? No,
they get grandfathered.
Oh, wow.
They are grandfathered. Anything after that must have screens.
And it's not homes; it's the fireplace.
Well,
It's
sorry,
a fireplace.
yeah, the
It's
fireplace. Yeah.
Okay, so anything to do with a gas
Yeah.
fireplace, that's enclosed. So let me make that clear. That is enclosed. So you have a glass front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Typically, they're known as a direct vent gas fireplace. So those must have screens. And
wow.
I'm sure people are asking, well, that's okay. We just removed the screen. The answer is no. You cannot remove the screen. It is then you take the liability.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you ask us, well, the only way I'm going to buy a fireplace is if the screen is off. And my answer to that is, unfortunately, I can't help you. Because then we take the liability.
Yeah.
So screens are mandatory. They're governed by law. And they're there for a purpose. And I would say, in all due respect, you will sooner or later find out how valuable they are. Hopefully never, but
Well,
trust me.
this goes to because I hear it often. Oh, there's a fireplace. Oh, I'm scared, and it's unfortunate. Some people have these fireplaces in their home, 5 and 10 years, have never turned them on
that's-
because they're afraid.
Yeah.
So this deals with that. So
It's. I'll tell you something. Having a gas fireplace, depending on the mechanics of the fireplace, people don't realize that and it's not. Thank God, it's not a normal occurrence in Toronto GTA. But we've had a few power failures.
yeah.
Where your furnace is not working.
Oh.
Your water here is not working, but your furnace is not. You have no heat. You have a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
You turn that switch on. Your fan, if you have a fan accessory, it's not going to operate, but that fireplace is going to come on. It has, so you have a source of heat.
Right.
And and today it's not uncommon to have a multitude of fireplaces within our home. So I mean, if it's a short occurrence, fine. But we've had power failures for a few days with
have,
no heat.
right.
You're looking at a potential hazardous, piping, freezing, etc. Put on your fireplace and at least maintain it above freezing temperatures.
Right. Wow.
So look at the positive side of things.
Things you
Right.
never think about.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought he was going to say you can cook food on it.
No, oh well, we've seen that.
That's an
Don't
outdoor.
do that. No, that's a no. No, please do not do that. Please do not do that.
I do want to. We touched on it almost just very quickly
Yes.
a minute ago. What kind of wood should you be burning inside your wood burning fireplace? Because I
Yes.
got to tell you, I've been home in houses and
Yes.
and you know the old school Italian
No,
whatever he
no.
finds in his garage.
No,
you know,
well, that's my point.
Wood scraps are going.
No, you
2
should
by
use
4s.
a good hard core wood, solid oak. But the most important thing is you purchase it from a reputable wood, either nursery or whatever, by the cord or whatever. You're right. I mean, I had my dad. My late dad was the same way. You know, wow, if he had some extra 2x4s, guess where they were going?
Yeah. Pressure treated or not, it's all
Definitely
going
not pressure treated.
But that's what they do.
100%. The problem with that is, and just I'll briefly, because like I said, we're not truly into expertise, but I can tell you this, and the majority of issues with where you have problems with not burning correct wood is chimney fires, because you create creosote buildup within the fireplace.
And is that from soft wood?
That's usually from soft
Like
wood,
soap.
not burning pure. So what happens is it builds up layers on the inside of your chimney, and that is totally burned creosote wood. And what happens is that you're burning out all of a sudden a fire heats up so much and instantaneously creates that creosote to catch fire.
Oh wow.
And so two things. It's very important that if you are a true wood burning person, to have your chimney cleaned regularly. Even if you're burning hard wood, it should be mandatory to get your chimney clean. But if you don't, even more importantly, but I would never burn 2x4s, plywood, pressure treated, anything that they think is what, newspaper, records, whatever, right? Unless something's after you.
Your HST bill.
Yeah,
there it is.
no. That's in a nutshell. You purchase your wood from a reputable
Source.
Yeah,
hardwood.
And if you do know your woods and you're going out there to do your own cutting down, whatever, just make sure it's hard and more importantly, also staged. In other words, you don't cut. In other words, it's wood that's been there sitting for a while.
It's dry.
It's dry and it's good.
Yeah.
You can tell if you've got good wood. You have no problem in actually creating the kindling to start up that wood. It'll start up in a second.
And
that's how you define good solid wood.
I've seen that when it's not so good.
No.
It takes a while. It smokes for a while.
You just see that smothering smoke and all
Yeah.
that gives an indication you're not burning a good
and that's
cord.
and that's when your wife starts yelling at you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So enough about wood burning.
Okay.
I see more gas fireplaces than anything out there. So let's talk about the location in a room.
Okay.
Let's talk about, because I've seen them where it renders the room useless. They're on an angle. There's gas fireplace there. I don't know why sometimes builders build them this way, but somebody decided it was a good idea at the time. Now we're selling the home, and you're kind of looking at the room and like that fireplace just actually is ruining the room.
Okay.
How about moving these things? How about new locations? What if there was never a fireplace? Is there any issues?
Yes. The good thing about wood is its capability and its flexibility to be placed basically anywhere within a room.
Wood or gas?
Gas.
Sorry.
Gas.
Okay.
Gas fireplace. So as long as we have the capability of venting to the exterior or up through a roof, that's how versatile gas is. So per se, you were saying, and that's where you say a person's now wants to renovate, doesn't like their location, doesn't like, they're changing things open. We have the capability of removing that particular existing fireplace that's there and relocating it to a location, preferably where they want it. Again, that's you call us to come out. We will consult, we will see, and we will tell you all the possibilities of what can be done. But to answer your question in a nutshell, yes, the versatility of a gas fireplace can be almost 100% placed on any wall that you want.
Okay. So
with the wood, I imagine it's a little.
Wood is not so much because wood. Picture this. When you do a wood burning fireplace, the venting always has to be vented vertical. So it has to be done above a roof line. So internally, if you're placing a fireplace internally and you have livable spaces up above, the flexibility of offsetting are not as simple as gas.
Okay.
So it encroaches into livable spaces up above. So can it be done? Yes. It's a little bit more involved in planning, if that's probably the better word, to plan. It can be done, but it's not as versatile as gas. Gas is a lot more flexible in what your applications can be. Yeah, 100%.
Well, it sounds like it. If all you need is venting and some space,
Venting,
some pipes.
yes, and you know, and the thing also with gas, and not to go into major details, is that where you have extremely long runs, we have means of still venting to the outside. So, just in a nutshell, if between gas and wood, the gas is much more flexible in applying than there is wood to be applied.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, we see just about every photo of a fireplace where you see all the, you know, the seasonal photos, and you see the beautiful mantle, and on top is the TV over top of the fireplace.
Yes.
And I was talking to you about that,
Yes.
and you were shaking your head the other day, and you explained to me that. Well, I'll leave it to you. Can you elaborate this with the whole thought of, because my TV downstairs is over top of my fireplace. So you want to just mention something to everybody?
I just want to say first to all the designers, they're not going to like what I'm going to say, but the reality is TVs and fireplaces, and in general, TVs and heat are the worst of two enemies. They don't like each other a lot. And now it's become the norm to put a TV above a fireplace.
Every photo you see.
Yes. Yeah. So in saying that, I would say first, depends on the type of fireplace you're going to choose to do that application. But I would recommend, if it's possible, not to place the TV above it. For the simple fact that the heat that is produced by a gas fireplace, direct vent mostly, can damage the TV up above. For the simple fact that it just, I'll use the word, in layman's word, it'll pee out, and it'll rise and hit that TV screen. You can get temperatures, again, depends on the type of fireplace. My main concern is in the more modern, contemporary fireplaces, which are those elongated ones. Those are a real heat producing appliance.
Oh, okay.
And you have to watch clearances. You have to watch what you do with that TV up above it. Now, without going into major details, is that the manufacturers have caught on, and they've made
manufacturers of TVs?
No, manufacturers of fireplaces. TVs, they don't care. They'll tell you straight.
This is a fireplace podcast.
They want you to buy another TV.
They want you to buy another TV. So they've done their due diligence to incorporate some solutions to tackle that particular problem. Again, if that's something that one person is desiring, then we would go into details. Again, look at the application and do that. But there is means of dissipating that heat away to protect your TV.
So you can do it.
100%.
But a lot of people that have this situation now don't even know they could potentially be damaging
100%.
their TV.
So hopefully, if you've been inherited that fireplace, there's not much you can do. If you were just recently installed it, hopefully the people, the team of fireplace and company that you chose helped you to make the proper decisions on selecting that fireplace with the application that you have. And again, we would come out, or we can discuss, and if that's something that a client potentially wants, then we will direct them with our experience on what should be done and what not should be done.
There's something that most people just don't know, because it's automatic. Fireplace? Great spot for a TV.
They always put a spot for a TV there.
Great spot for a TV.
When we talked about it, we did it with our TV. We turned on our fireplace for a little bit, let it run, and you saw the TV was hot.
Yeah. Well, I've never checked it before until after I spoke with Frank about that. 100%. And the TV warms up.
100%. And you have to watch clearances. You know, people say, but I want my TV because it's so crucial. The TV...
Eye level.
Yeah, the TV
I want it right in front of the fireplace.
The TV overrides the house. Overrides everything. It has to be at a certain level so my eyes don't get strained. I don't look up like I'm taking off from an airplane. But there is proper protocol, the proper clearances to your fireplace. And that's to protect
Wow.
your investment. Because your TVs today are, if not sometimes equal or more expensive than a gas fireplace.
Yeah.
So you want
Yeah,
to
that's
protect that. You want to
Yeah.
protect
Well, you
that.
want the, everybody
Yes,
needs the
correct.
latest gadgets and the latest.
Exactly.
The thinner TV, the better.
Yeah, the good
Okay.
thing is just to finish that off, there is product out there in every shape or form and price range to tackle that particular problem, depending again what the client application and what the desires are. So it's not a unfortunately no do not do. It was like that a few years ago, but in today, like I said, manufacturers have come up to the plate and made provisions or provided product that will tackle that particular problem. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Beautiful.
perfect.
Okay, so enlighten us.
Yes.
What's the newest, hottest thing, the trend? Let's finish this off with the hottest things out there. What you see that is happening out there.
Well, in gas, the true hottest things is contemporary linear fireplaces. That's I call the aquarium look, elongated, small height in glass, rocks, not your traditional logs, glass media.
So they're
Accent-
flush against the wall.
very long.
They don't stick out.
They don't. Well, they're flush with the wall, but they're elongated rather than having your typical rectangular
Yeah.
front viewing area. They're elongated,
Long and narrow.
Long and narrow, so you don't have like what I call a torch flame, a flame in the middle coming up through your logs. It's actually in peaks right along the perimeter or the length of the entire length of the glass of the fireplace. So it gives you that small, ribbon, cozy, very modern look.
Yeah.
Right? Fireplace. That is the newest trend that I see, and for the last probably 5 years. Everybody wants to go from your traditional
Yeah.
grill and clean. Nobody wants to see any more grills, top and bottom grills. Nobody wants to see metal around the fireplace.
Yeah.
Again, top and bottom grills. They want to make it as sleek and as clean looking as possible.
So it's all like it looks all glass. Basically.
That's exactly right. So you bring your finishes almost to just the outer perimeter of the glass, and it's a very clean, sleek look. That's the newest trend that we see.
And you can install that almost anywhere.
Almost anywhere. It's still a gas fireplace.
Right. Right.
And they come in any size you want.
Does that produce heat for the room?
Yes, they do. They do produce heat. In fact, going back to the thing with the TVs,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are
You were saying
extremely
that was the one with the
crucial
powerful.
that in your application, your overall concept of your design, if you're placing a TV, it needs to be addressed, a type of fireplace based on that design.
Now I gotta say, since it's 2019, almost about to be 2020,
Yes.
are any of these Wi-Fi enabled? Can you like control?
Yes, there is.
actually.
Yes, yes, there is.
Great question.
There is manufacturers out there that you can play with your phone. And to be honest with you, today the biggest thing is automation.
Well, yeah, that's
so
what I was
in
gonna
new
say.
home construction, nobody has really a separate remote
Mm-hmm.
or a switch on the wall. They all like one little keypad that controls everything. And yes, you have that capability. So in a nutshell, there's manufacturers because now they produce so many other accessories like
Yeah.
lights and different LED lighting. So you can play with your phone and control it and do all crazy
Yeah,
things besides just the fact of
Amazing.
lighting. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, I imagine that would have been possible, right? You can control the size of the flame, stuff like that.
Yes, 100%. You can control basically with automation now. There's gadgets that will allow you to do flame height control, or if you're coming in from outside and you want the fireplace to be on to warm up, you can pre-program it. Accessory, yeah, you can do mostly anything you want.
Look at that.
I love fireplaces. I like wood burning.
Yes.
I don't have downstairs. We used to in our previous house. I like gas. We have our TV on top
That's
of our
okay.
fireplace. We're forgiven.
It doesn't. That one there actually. You made it sound worse. That it's actually okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay. It's good.
I love the whole. Sometimes as a family, we're all watching a
Yes.
movie, and you got the fireplace. warms up the
Yeah, it
whole
does.
family room.
Yeah.
It's cozy. It's when we have guests over,
Yes.
we're having dinner on one table and the
Yes.
fireplace is on over there. The ambiance. It's not just for heat. Sometimes it's just the look of it.
Yeah.
I love fireplaces.
Well, fireplace creates a gathering place.
Yeah.
Right? It gathers people together. It makes it warm. It makes it cozy. And 100%. I think they're amazing. I mean, obviously I'm in the business of it, but they do have a lot of benefits, not just on the aesthetic side, but also on the practicality side. So, yes.
Beautiful.
Had no
We good?
idea.
Any more questions?
I'm just happy there's Wi-Fi enabled
Yeah, that's
fireplaces.
right.
That sounds
Folks,
so cool.
You like your gadgets. I can see.
It's
You like your
2019.
gadgets.
Everything's got to
Everything's got
catch
to be
up.
gadgets. Yeah, yeah.
It's all gadgets.
Yeah.
It's all
funny.
gadgets.
We haven't done voice command yet, but I'm sure they're working on
That's
that.
right.
They haven't
That's-
done voice command.
I'm
yet.
sure. I'm sure
Siri,
there's a way.
wait a minute. Siri, turn the fireplace on. That's got to work.
I guess so. If
should ask
it's
Mom if it works.
you know what, good point. If it is probably incorporated into your smart house, I would say yes. It could probably do it.
Or
they
if I
do-
just
they
change
do
Danny's
everything.
name to Siri,
That's
that'll
right.
work.
Can you please
Siri,
get up? That's right. 100%. I never thought about that.
That's
Folks, this
insane.
is Frank with Touch of Class Fireplaces. If you have any questions, even just to have a conversation, give him a call. He's happy to talk
100%.
to you, consult, find out whatever you need. It's better to be safe than sorry later.
100%.
Find out what's going on. Frank, thanks for spending some
Thank you. I just want to
Thanks for
say
spending
I
some
really
time.
appreciate the opportunity. You guys are amazing. I think
you.
this is a great. I've been watching the majority of your broadcasts.
Thank you.
It's definitely, it's a learning experience for me. Everyone that I see.
We have fun and we get
And
to
it's
hang out
fun,
with
and
great
it's
guys
very,
like
it's
you.
very common
Exactly.
and it's very casual and the best. And I appreciate everything you. Thank you very
We
much.
appreciate having you on.
Thank you.
You can find this podcast on YouTube. You can also find it on Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, and just about anywhere else you can go to get your podcasts. With that said, we are done. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.